All right, y'all, what's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back to your favorite WMMA podcast. Hashtag CB99 Talks, episode 169. Live again, y'all. What's up? What's going on? Feels like it's been a while. It's been about a week, which is normal, right? But yeah, what's going on, Josh? Josh, what's up, man? What's going on? Oh, yeah. Tomorrow is fight night. He said, can I stream Lisa and Cynthia Calvillo's fight? I can't stream it as far as show it, because you can get a copyright strike from showing fights, but it depends. It depends on what time it comes on. Because I know the UFC card starts a little bit earlier this Saturday. It starts at like 4 o'clock. Um, what time does that Hex F start anyway? Paul, what's up, man? Yeah. Um, maybe we'll see if it comes on around the same time. I can go back and forth with it, but yeah, we can't stream that stuff live on YouTube, and we can't do that stuff. But if it comes on around the same time, maybe I can call it. Yeah, Hex Fight Series 22. Yes, Cynthia Calvillo still in the game, man. Going for a belt out here. But yeah, what's up, y'all? What's going on? Um, didn't seem like much was going on this weekend, but I had to really look and say, oh man, we got some fights, man. Like there's some Bellator fights that just kind of shows you that like Bellator's promotion, man, like they need to kind of get on it, because there's Bellator San Diego, One FC. I think there's like one fight on there from One FC. I think it's 168, I believe. That's this that's tonight, I believe. Yeah, that should be tonight. And then there's some bare knuckle boxing tonight. So yeah, there's some fights and stuff like that on tonight. So after I get off of here, there's some stuff to watch. Let me see what you got. Yeah, September 6th. Yep. Let me pull up some stuff here so we can get started. Yeah, so I just want to go through a little bit of a little bit of fight news. And of course, tomorrow I might be able to call this Andrade Silva fight. It depends what classes. I'm trying to go to the movies tomorrow, so we'll see how that works out. Um, what else? We got this Jacqueline Amorim Demopolous fight. Should be interesting. But man, I want to talk about these KOs, man, and in WMMA right now. It's been crazy this year. I mean, we ain't even done with this year yet, man. There's been some crazy knockouts. Not just the UFC, but just all around, man. There's been some crazy knockouts. Josh said Hex starts at 2 a.m. Eastern time, or what time would that be? Because if that's 2 a.m. Eastern time for me, I might still be up at that time. Well, yeah, I'd still be up at that time, definitely. I'd still be up. So we'll see. Let's see. They're the main event too. Oh, it's an Australian card. So it should be on in like a few hours then, right? Zay, what's going on, man? It should be, it should be like in a few hours then. Okay. Because it's on a different time zone. Yeah, 168 starts tonight at 8 p.m. And yeah, there's only one fight on there. There's a women's atomweight fight. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Yeah, Alice Anderson, Victoria Souza. Yeah, we might get on for that fight. Oh, Colostrum, what's up? He said, bro, which KO was the best, Wang or Duben? Um, I'm I like Wang's setup, but I'm definitely not downplaying it. But the way Duben knocked out Shannon Clark, man, I was high on Shannon Clark too. You know me, I was like, this girl has got some power. Let's see what she's got. I gotta say that was pretty impressive, man. The Duben knockout was very impressive. The way she laid that girl out, I wasn't expecting that. I really wasn't expecting that, man. That was a killer shot. They both are pretty candidates for knockout of the year for WMMA, but Duben's was up there, man. She laid her out with one shot, and I knew that jump was coming too. Just the amount of shots she was taking, man. That was ridiculous, man. Man, she was like a plus 900. Yeah, she was a plus 900, I believe. At the tail of the tape, they said plus 800, but somebody in, I believe one of the commentators, somebody in the crowd or somebody had said that it was like um, plus 900. Dang, man, I wish I would have bet on that. I'm just saying, like money wise, that would have been some nice. That's a nice chunk right there. I believe that is that bigger? Was that a bigger upset than the Shanna Dobson Maria Agapova fight? What was Shanna Dobson going into that fight? Was Shanna Dobson like a plus 800 or was she higher? Anybody remember that? Let me look at the odds on that shit. Sergio, what's up, man? Hold on, let me see. What was the Shanna Dobson and Agapova? What were the odds on that fight? I can't remember, man. Like I know she was a big underdog going into that one. Oh, she was like plus 150, I think. That was it wasn't nothing like and that was crazy because Duben was undefeated. Duben was undefeated too. They had the same records, 5-0. Shannon Clark was 5-0 with one draw. Um, Duben was like 5-0 with 4 finishes. So I was like, yo, you can't really counter out like that, man. Like, I was going into the fight with an open mind, thinking it was going to be competitive, but man, that was crazy. Yeah, WMMA knockouts right now. They've been picking up, and it's a combination of two things. Sometimes it's fighters being, some fighters just sleeping on their opponents. Um, they're not really respecting their power, but it's also a lot of these girls now. They're learning how to set up punches. Dubin threw a nice shot. Wang Tong set up a nice shot. Even some of these head kick knockouts, like the old girl from LFA, I can't remember her name right now, the one that just ragdolled a girl with a kick. I mean, she put her out in midair. Little things like that. These knockouts, they're gonna keep coming like that as long as these women keep on, putting the science behind their shots. So yeah, expect to see more like this. These knockouts, shoot, it's going to be good for the sport. It's just going to be good for the sport and promotion. Now, when you see things like that, like Andrade's not the only one doing it. You got more and more people just learning how to strike. These women learning how to set up their punches and throw it right down the pipe. Because that was a nice setup by Duben too. Like Wang Tong had a beautiful setup, but this girl, she had a nice setup too. Hers was more fed to her because Shannon Clark just had no head movement. Shannon Clark, like, I'm almost tempted that we watch this fight together, man. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, out of respect, I like her as a fighter and everything, but my thing is like, what was her team thinking? What was the team thinking in this whole, going into this whole fight? Like, what was their game plan, man? Like, her head was strictly on the line. Her head never moved. It was like they didn't go over anything just to try to run in and grab this girl. That wasn't smart. It was just not smart on their part. Like, they should have been showing her how to, even like bigger grapplers, like some people were trying to say she was like Kayla, Kayla Harrison, but at least Kayla be moving her head a little bit more and keeping low. Like she was like right up in the air. Like this stuff was just uncalled for. Close said Josh need to be promoting Lisa, man. He said he need to hire. Yeah, man. He's been Lisa's main promoter around here. Shannon looked lost in there. Maybe she looked surprised at the power. But it was even like before that, you know what I mean? Like it could have been like maybe after a couple of shots, but her whole game plan to just like grab her and run in like that with no game plan. Like even Jillian Robertson, they fighters like that, they want to get a fight to the ground. They've been learning, like I just didn't understand that game plan, like to just walk this girl down and get hit with as many shots as you could, and just weather the storm. And then that first knockdown too, man, it was crazy. You said Shannon should go back to her. Oh man, she still got time to learn from that, man. Everybody makes a mistake, so that's the thing, I mean, it's a bad mistake, but she could still come back from that, man. Let me see here. I was going to see if I could pull that fight up real quick because I just wanted to look it up, but If it takes too long, I'm not gonna worry about it. But yeah, man, yeah, knockouts like this, hey, that's what you got to do when you get into the contender series. You know, we get into that contender series cage. You got to perform like this. You see Dana White, he said, ain't no need for no meeting and all that. You got it. He was like, you got it. She got the contract. And I mean, hey, she earned it. No matter what we say as far as how she look against anybody else, that's how you got to do. You got to wow the, you got to wow the guy in charge. And she was able to do that. Do you think Shannon will be back in the UFC Contender Series next year? It depends on what she looks like throughout the year. She's still the LFA champion. She's still the LFA champion, so that's still good news. I think it's wise just to go back to LFA and keep working. But as long as she comes back stronger, was smarter, of course, she could. It's still a year from now, so there's still a lot of things that they can work on. Maybe take a little break, defend her belt in LFA, and yeah, then come back. Yeah, she could do that. Closum said give her a Duben versus Aldridge. I think Aldridge would win that fight. I think I would pick Aldridge right now. I think maybe Duben versus Luana Carolina would win that fight. Maybe Duben versus what's her name? Ivana Petrovic or Gabriela Fernandez. That would be a banger right there. Gabriela Fernandez needs somebody like this that's not going to be trying to go for takedowns. That'd be a good fight. Gabriela Fernandez and Gabriela Fernandez did she finally bag her first win? Did she finally bag her first win? Marcus, what's going on, man? He said Shannon Clark walked into that overhand right. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, I'm glad you got to see that one, man. I hate that you missed it that night, man, because I was up in my chair, man. I was like, what just happened? Two knockouts like this close together. I couldn't believe it, man. Like the way she was laid out, so similar, man. So similar to Victoria Leonardo. It was scary, man. Wow. But them right hands, man, you got to watch out for them. I was shocked because after Shannon got clipped the first time, it almost fell. I thought she was going to go for a takedown. Yeah. And then her eyes were closed too, man, in that knockout, man. Brutal. Yeah, James, what's up, man? He said how brutal was that knockout? The reporter kept bringing it up in Italian. Andrade pre-fight presser. It was brutal. It was brutal. It was brutal. It was Wayne. If you saw the Wayne Tong Victoria Leonardo fight, it was that. It was like that. Right, exactly, Colosso. You better watch it. Yeah, how brutal was it? Shoot, you don't even need to ask us, man. You just need to watch it. Don't even ask, just watch it. That's how brutal it was. Wang Tong Leonardo, it's neck and neck with that fight. Josh said, or maybe Duben versus Lisa. Duben versus Lisa. If Lisa wins this fight over there and they sign her, yeah, if she wins and she gets signed. Yeah, Zay, that knockout was nuts, man. That knockout. Duben is a girl. Yeah, Duben. What's her name? Yanisi Duben. I believe. What is she? Venezuelan too? Yeah. Yeah, man. That was crazy, man. Yeah. If you didn't see that, man, yeah, you got to go back and watch that one. Definitely check it out. Yeah, let me go through some stuff here. All right, yeah. Tomorrow, this is Josh's girl right here. He's talking about Lisa Karuku. Tomorrow, for a flyweight belt in Hex Fight Series 32, you got Cynthia Calvillo coming over here, taking on Lisa Karuku, man. Cynthia Calvillo, man, I'm hoping that she can find her way back into the fight game, or at least just kind of end her career, on a good note. The UFC, it started off nice for her, man, but it just kind of faltered, man. I guess whenever she was having trouble with the weight issues, just discipline and things like that. So that, and I think just kind of getting away from her wrestling roots and her grappling roots. Like Cynthia Calvillo used to be a rough and tough girl, man. Like she started off beating a lot of them girls in the beginning, like, Jillian Robertson, Montana, came into the UFC beating some of these girls, and somewhere along the line, she just kind of strayed away from her grappling. It was boxing more, and then started to miss weight, made that crazy move to flyweight, and it just didn't work out. So hopefully it works out for her here. Hopefully she can rack up a few wins and kind of ride off from here. I don't know if this is going to lead back to a UFC contract at this point. How old is Cynthia Calvillo now? Cynthia Calvillo is, let's see, she's 9-6. She's 37. So yeah, this could be just like a way to cap off her career. Like some boxers do when they lose a belt, they just go fight off with some lower organizations till they retire. Yeah, because Cynthia Calvillo's 0-5 right now, her last 5 fights, man. Chikagan, Andrade, Andrea Lee, Nina Ansaroff, Lupi. Those 2 fights were close, but she was finished by Andrade and Andrea Lee. Her last win was Jessica Ai 4 years ago. 4 years ago, and her real, that was like her last real win against Jessica Ai, 4 years ago. Zay returns said, do you have to pay for Hex? It looks like you do. It says it's an internet pay-per-view. Unfortunately, you might have to pay for it. Yeah. Colstrom said, did you notice she fainted a takedown? Yeah, I noticed that. She fainted that takedown in that position, man. When I was looking at it, I saw like a right hand about to be thrown, but I saw her like faint, like she was going for a takedown, and then all of a sudden it was just right hand, and that was it. Yeah, I noticed she was trying to feint a little bit, but she saw that opening, like Shannon Clark's not moving her head, Mark said you don't have to watch the whole fight. You can just catch the highlights. Right. Just catch the highlights. Closeman said, did you notice okay, I read that. I think Cynthia might be suffering from CTE. Yeah, I hope, man. Yeah, she's had some rough losses, though. Andrade, the Andrea Lee fight, I believe her eye was damaged in that fight when they had to stop it. She's been taking some hard shots. So, yeah, that and just, a lot of weight misses. I don't know, man. I'm wishing the best for her, man. I'm wishing the best for her. But I think at this point, somebody like this Lisa, I think she hits hard enough, and I believe that she's a little bit stronger than fighting at this weight. Might be a problem for Cynthia Calvillo. Let's see, Cynthia, 37 now, about 5'4". This girl's more of a bigger fighter, I believe. Natural flyweight, about 5'5". Younger, stronger. She had a good fight with that QE. What's her name? QE Yan. That was a real close fight at the road to UFC, and she was able to hold her own against that girl. That's a powerhouse. So I think Lisa might get this one based off of youth, and just growth at this point, man. I don't see, unfortunately, I don't see Cynthia Calvillo being dominant or even using her past experience now. And yeah, I just see it that way, man. I hope she don't come in and get hurt though. Man. Let's see. Oh yeah. There's a couple Bellator fights. Let me see. Ayesa Cortez, Ashley Thinner, Bellator. Not really doing any promotion for that card. Bellator San Diego. Let's see. This is a strawweight fight. Not too familiar with these fighters. Oh yeah. You got Samiko Inaba. Samiko Inaba was supposed to be in that PFL tournament. She's taking on Mac Judo. Kenzie Stiller, she's an interesting fighter, man. Like I've been watching her. I like her style. She's kind of quick with it, aggressive, got some good judo. Skills on the ground are good. Still young, 3-0. Her last fight in Bellator was I think it was maybe a couple of years ago where she scored a quick arm bar. She's entertaining, entertaining fighter to watch. Still young and growing. Samiko Inaba, y'all know her. She's explosive. So I'm gonna try to catch these fights tomorrow. Try to catch some of this stuff tomorrow. What's up, Air Mike? What else? As far as like other stuff going on, yeah, there's a 1FC card starting tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern. And then this other card at 2 a.m. starts. Duben wasn't missing with those punches before. she put her in the casket. No, she wasn't, man. Closum said, "Do you think Michelle Montague is ready for Aspen Ladd?" I think so. I think so. I think Michelle Montague is ready. I hope she doesn't go in too wild with it, but I think strength wise and like explosiveness, like I think she gets off faster. I think she might be ready for Aspen Ladd. You know, I see Aspen Ladd been out here chilling. You know, I hope she's doing her thing, man. I hope she's getting ready for this one because it's not gonna be an easy fight. It's definitely not gonna be easy. So let's see what else. What else we got going on? All right, just looking through some of y'all's comments. That's a rare one punch in WMMA might have top Kong. Oh, you think so? Think it top Kongs? What about y'all? Do y'all think it topped it? I might put that on a poll. Let's ask that question. Do y'all think it top Kongs? You said call the Bellator card. I'll see. I'm gonna see if I'm around for it. Let me see what times the Bellator card starts. Bellator card. Oh yeah, Bellator starts at 8 p.m. Eastern. That clashes with the UFC. So yeah, I could probably jump back and forth between that one. Yeah, because I want to see that Amico and Stiller fight. I do want to see that. Sergio said the Wayne Tong fight was better, or the knockout was better. Okay. Mark says about the same to me. That's what I was thinking, man. They about neck and neck, man. Because the execution was nice on both sides. Now look at it. Like Wayne Tong, I love how she set it up behind the jab, but the way I almost said Pena, Duben, the way Duben did kind of faint like she's going for a takedown and bring your right hand up. That was nice. That was nice. Also, I don't know why, but I watched a bunch of Aspen Ladd fights yesterday. Also, I hope Samiko gets the W because I put a little bet on her. Okay. Paul said he likes the Dubin KO more. Okay. Yeah, I mean, hey, like I can't be mad at any of the knockouts, man. Both of them were highlight reel worthy and bonus worthy. Shoot, earned her a contract, right? Both of them were on point. But let's see. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Tomorrow I was just doing a video talking about this. All right, we got this Jacqueline Amorim and Vanessa Demopolous fight. What do y'all think about this fight? I think this should be a good fight. I think it's going to be a good one. I haven't really been keeping, track of it, but I think this should be a good fight. I wanted to talk about it a little bit because I know Amorim is someone that people look highly on right now and want to see her grow, but I think it's just time to, evolve. And she's been doing that. She's definitely been doing that. I think her strike has been getting better. I think that you said Jacqueline be a sub. Yeah. I think when it comes to BJJ, Amorim is a little bit better. I think Amorim is a little bit better, but Demopolous can't count her out either. I think her wrestling is good. When she's down the ground, she's really flexible. She's able to get submissions as well. I think she's dangerous on the ground too. I remember when, what is her name? That Sylvania Juarez dropped Demopolous, and Demopolous, got baited her into getting on the ground, and she was able to submit her. So if you look at the resume of Demopolous, she's got some submissions on her resume too. Not a good deal. I actually believe she don't have any in the UFC because she's been striking a lot. Well, no, the Sylvania. Besides that one, I don't think she has too many. Early on, she had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, she's got about 4. But other than that, she's done a lot of grappling. I think she's grappled with Fatima Klein. So she's getting in a lot of experience. When it comes down to striking, I do favor Vanessa a little bit more. Definitely favor her there more. I think she throws with more power. But Jacqueline Amorim, she's got a long reach, man. Her reach is like almost 70. Her reach is long for a fighter that's, let's see, 5'3". Let's see, Demopolous is 5'2", and she's 5'3". Yeah, with like 68-inch reach. Yeah. So, that comes in handy on the ground. So, yeah, I definitely favor her when it comes down to her jiu-jitsu. Like, if she's able to wear Demopolous down and find that opening, but I still favor how Demopolous pushes a fight sometimes. I think she has she's really good cardio and heart, man. Like, it's hard to finish this girl. It really is. It's hard to finish her. Sergio said, if I was a better, I'm putting money on Vanessa. Odds are weird. Yeah. Amram's gonna make Vanessa say, wait. Oh man. Man, that Corey McKenna finish, man. I didn't see that coming. Like, I thought Corey McKenna was gonna be in the fight for at least. Well, I thought she was gonna be in the fight. I thought she was gonna be in the fight. I didn't think she was gonna lose that. I think I picked Corey McKenna in that fight. I thought maybe she would have pulled maybe kind of like a Sam Hughes, and been able to wrestle and just use her overall skills. But I got to give Sam Hughes a lot of credit in that fight. She took her to school. She took her into 3 rounds and, just outworked and out wrestled her. And that's what I was worried about with Amorim, is that, she's been in so many first round fights. She hasn't been past the first round. So I didn't think she really had the cardio or like the IQ to make adjustments. But now she does, I believe. But I think that Demopolous, her cardio is better. She's been 3 rounds in just about the majority of her fights since that submission, right? Let me see. Since she submitted Juarez, she's been going 3 rounds just about every time. So let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yeah, her last 5 fights, they've all been decisions. So yeah, she's gone 15 rounds. Unless Demopolous gets worn down by now, or she a little worn down. Hey, we never know, man. Like, it could be a night where her chin gives, but that's one thing that Demopolous needs to work on, man. Demopolous needs to work on her defense, man. I'm telling you, and she takes a lot of shots. But with Amorim not really being a striker, that does benefit her. We'll see. Coach, I just noticed Jacqueline looks like the other Jacqueline from Bantamweight. Jacqueline, who's the other Bantamweight? Oh, Jacqueline Cavalcanti. Yeah, the girl. Where is she from? Portugal, I think. Yeah. Oh, the girl. Yeah, the one that just fought Josiane Nunes, right? The one fought Josiane Nunes this past Saturday. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Demopolous in this fight. I mean, what about y'all? Who do y'all got? Y'all got Amorim or Demopolous? G Frank, what's up? Man? Who y'all got? Amorim or Demopolous? I don't see it going 3. This is gonna be the first fight. This is gonna be the first fight I think that Demopolous had in a while that's gonna go under 3 rounds. Marcus, I got Demopolous. Okay. All right. G Frank said he'll go Demo. Aaron might say Amorim will fraud check Demopolous in my Sergio said Demopolous. He said she gonna fraud check Demopolous. Shoot, my girl Sam Hughes, she fraud checked Amorim. In her first fight, everybody was picking Jacqueline, I think, man. And I was like, I don't know about that, man. She ain't gonna be able to finish this time, man. Close said, all hell grapplers till the day I die. All right. Hey, who's the hey, Demopolous is a grappler? Oh man. I don't know. I like her chances. All right, Josh, he said gotta go. All right, man. Catch you on the next one, man. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I'll get on a little bit later if it comes up. We'll see. All right. Paul said, I guess. He's like, I guess, Aaron. He said, who knows? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Demopolous. It will it will be entertaining. It will be an entertaining fight. Don't expect a boring fight from these two. That's all I care about when it comes down to it. Because right now, I really don't see or I don't know who's going to place top 15 out of these two, because there's always somebody with the step up in game over them. Demopolous, that last fight she had with Karolina Kowalkiewicz, just showed some things that she has to work on. Jacqueline's still working. You said Jacqueline versus Fatima Klein. That'd be a good fight. That'd be a good test in jiu-jitsu. Yeah, that really would. That would be a good matchup. Let's say she wins this fight. Fatima want to fight in December. Make it happen. All right. And let's see the WMMA main event: Jessica Andrade versus Natalia Silva. This is still. I know some people think it'll be one-sided. I've seen some comments on the other video I put out. Just the upcoming, just a little upcoming clip I put up. A lot of people think this is going to be easy. I think it's going to be a test. I think it's going to be a test for Natalia Silva. Maybe not a test in skills like that, but I think this is going to be a test in durability and guts, and to see how Natalia Silva handles like pressure, And there's nothing wrong with that. This is good. This is what some fighters need. They've got to go in there and push it like this every now and then. Like, not every fight is going to be somewhere you can sit back, but sometimes you gotta dog it out, And I think Andrade is going to be that type of fighter that tests her dog, really. Test her dog and test her durability. That's what she's going to need. Silva's been in here with some girls that pushed her, and she handled it well. But now you're dealing with somebody a little bit shorter, lower to the ground. I got that low center of gravity, and they just don't know how to stop coming. So this has got to be a fight where, Natalia Silva shows that she can get somebody's respect. Can she get a former champion's respect in Andrade? Because Andrade, she ain't gonna stop coming unless you knock her out and put her away. So this can't really be a fight to me where Natalia Silva just gets too comfortable sitting back and trying to find the light work here. Every shot to me has to be something to frustrate Andrade and have bad intentions on it. Not talking about loading up and throwing something nuts, but she's got to be in that mode where she's looking for something to get Andrade's respect and break her down or finish her, like Yan Zhana. Yan Zhana just kept it cool, let Andrade just keep coming at her, turning until boom, knocks her out, all in the first round. So we've seen Natalia Silva handle that wild pressure and timing from girls like Teresa Blader. These are newcomers. Jasmine, big girl, but she don't pack that type of Andrade power. Leonardo, first round finish, another girl, not really a big test. But Andrea Lee and Arujo, those were some tests. Those were some tests, because they did bring in that they brought in that skill set. They didn't have power, but they tested Natalia Silva's IQ. But Andrade's gonna test her dog, man. Like, how's she gonna react whenever Andrade grabs her? If she does grab her, how's she gonna react to tasting some of that power in those leg kicks? Because I personally think that tools, Natalia Silva's got it. And I said that before, like other fighters too, but you see they crumble under the pressure. So it's got to be a situation where Natalia doesn't have that, that tentativeness in her, like some fighters do. Like, they have the skills to beat her, but they let Andrade take over. They let Andrade take over, and they get a little nervous in there, and they crumble. Chikagan, I thought Chikagan had some skills to do it, but when she connected, that was it. There was no stopping that. Like, maybe Chikagan would have stayed in if she could take the body shot, but the body shots are the ones that, take you out of a fight. And that's what I'm a little worried about with Silva. Like, how is Silva going to react to maybe like one of the body shots or the shots to the chin? Yeah, yeah. I hope she's got a chin on this in this fight. Uh, Aaron, Aaron showed she was a different monster. Aaron showed she was a different monster. I know a lot of people thought Aaron was going to get KO'd in that fight. I stuck it out with Aaron. I said, you know what, Aaron going to finish Andrade, and she did it. Aaron proved she was durable and not afraid to go in there and do what she had to do, and she did it. I mean, I don't want to see Natalia just go in there and try to take shots like that because she ain't that type of fighter. But if it comes down to it, she's gonna have to weather that storm. You know. Mark said he thinks Silva gonna win this by decision. Andrade, her chances at flyweight, they used to look good to me, but now when I see her just kind of doing the same thing and still not adapting to like the division, it makes it really hard to pick her, outside of the power, and things like that. Like, you just hope that one day she'll pick it up or she'll get it, but it's hard. It's still, she just makes it harder, than it's supposed to be. I think Andrade, always has that power and strength factor that's going for her. But again, man, these girls are gonna figure it out. They're gonna figure it out, and the only way she gets this win is if somehow Natalia Silva resorts to some type of offensive come forward style, and I don't see her doing that. Like, the style really has to play in Andrade today, where you just come in and you give her the chin. You know what I mean? That's really what it's got to be. You got to be a stationary target, and Natalia Silva's the opposite. She's the opposite of that, so it really makes it hard for me to pick Andrade. For real, man. Like, who do y'all got though? What y'all think, man? I'm gonna go with Silva though. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Silva. Who y'all got? I'm gonna go with Silva in this fight for good reason, man. I just think that this is a bad style matchup for her. I think it is. If she's as explosive as like Yan Jana with her kicks and punches, and she just stays out of range, I don't think Andrade has an answer for that anymore. It seems like it gets harder and harder for Andrade to, catch up to some of these fighters that have just great footwork now. Like, she's not learning how to cut the cage off. She doesn't really like focus. Like, she can knock a girl out to the body, of course, but like, she's not really focused on a body attack. Here you got girls like Dakota Ditcheva, Dakota, long, tall. She can hit, she's quick enough to always get off the headshots, but she be focusing on the body. Andrade, she's closer to the body. Short as she is, you don't want to keep reaching, leaving yourself open. Like, go for the body shot. Go for the body shots. Let's see Andrade, throw a couple hooks to the body. Like, stay there. Like, don't just throw it a couple times. She has to stay there. Stay to the body. Sergio said if she knocks Andrade out, does she get the next title shot after Manon? If she knocks Andrade out, I don't think so. I think the next shot might go to the winner of Rose and Aaron. Honestly, I think it goes to I think it's going to go to yeah, because I think if Rose racks up a third win over Aaron, that's going to put her in lineup for a title shot. Or if Aaron wins, she was talking about her being back in that title shot range, but we never know. Like, if Aaron wins, her situation might be different. Aaron might have to fight Natalia. Natalia might call Aaron out, or they might feel like Natalia needs to fight Aaron, since Aaron already fought Manon, lost. Say if she beats Rose, they might make her and Natalia fight. That's kind of what I see. But I think if Rose wins convincingly against Aaron, that'll be Cortez, Ebos, and Aaron in a row, putting her a little bit higher. So I think that'll get her closer to where she wants to be. Yeah, which is next in line for the title shot. I think Natalia might have to go through one more though. All right. Paul said he's got Natalia. Okay. Sergio said I'm going with Silva, but Andrade scares me. All right. G Frank said he's going with Natalia as well. James said he's going with Silva. Okay. I don't really. Okay. Where's my Andrade people at? Where's some Andrade folks at? Ermite said I think Natalia Silva will need a. I think she will indeed avenge Mackenzie Dern. Andrade will likely have trouble to keep up with Silva's speed and footwork. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. James said, I think Natalia versus the winner of Aaron Rose to secure the next title shot could be good. James, I don't think Aaron should get a title shot right away if she beats Aaron. If she beats Rose. If Rose does, she deserves it more. Right. Right. I agree with that. Yeah, yeah. That's what I just said. Yeah, that's how I feel like. Because if Aaron wins, that's just one win off of that dominant loss, 50-45 loss. And he still got some stuff to work. Still got some more stuff to work on, you know. Paul said read my last comment. Hold on. I was originally on Andrade. Okay, hold on. Oh, Paul said I was on Andrade for the last few weeks and went to place a bet on her last night. And what's that? I panicked last minute and picked Natalia. It's gonna be a sweat watching Andrade walk out though. Okay. I'm telling you, man, when you get to that last minute and all them factors start coming in, man, it can mess with you. It can mess with your mind. That's why sometimes you just gotta say, hey, take it. Don't even think about it. Just try to separate the two. Separate the bet and enjoy the fight. It's hard. Like like putting some money on that Duben fight. Like I don't even bet like that. I don't bet on the contender fights and stuff. But when you just see those numbers, man, like plus 800, imagine if you just said, hey, let me put 100 on this. And then you get that win. Oh, wow. Dang. You know how much that would be? Silva is perfectly equipped to do what Wmma did to Andrade. Yeah, she is. I think so. I think she's got everything she needs. And I even think it would be more in the fashion of like Jan Jana, actually, because, she's so fast with it. And she could throw like a surprise kick, punch, or whatever. Blood Throwing MMA, what's up? He said Andrade out grapples her to a decision. When was the last time Andrade grappled anybody? That's the question I got. Like, how long has it been? Like, I brought this up a few times now because every time we talk about her ground game, we talk about who did she take down and submit. I know she submitted Amanda Lemos standing. Marina Rodriguez, that was the first time I've seen her on the ground in a while. But I want to say all the way back to JoJo. Like, I believe JoJo was like the only fight I remember where she got a guillotine, on the ground. That was like 8 years ago. But, every fight after that, it's kind of been on the feet. Whether it was Wei Lee, Rose, Tisha Torres, Chikagan, all her fights been on the feet because she's been trying to knock people down, just trying to knock people out. Like I don't, yeah, Blood Throne. That's what I said. Marina was the last fight, but Marina's not even a grappler like that. But to me, Natalia Silva is stronger. Natalia Silva is strong. Natalia Silva be taking girls down. She took Rose down. Yeah, she slammed the crap out of her. Which fight? The first fight or the second fight? She took her down? Because I know Rose took her down. But she ain't really grapple like that, though. Like, I haven't seen her grapple in a long time. Like, just spin round after round on the ground. She just been a big puncher. She just been a big puncher the majority of her last fights. Nothing really stands out as far as like her grab. Yeah, the first round. Oh, okay, yeah. But even then, it's still like that's not really her thing. Like the way Valentina babied her, man, and just big sistered her in there, and you know, always trying to play catch up with these fighters. I don't know, man. Like I don't see her out grappling Natalia. Natalia's strong. All right, BJ, what's up? BJ said he got Andrade by KO. All right. All right, BJ. You said Andrade was going to knock out Aaron Blanchfield too. Remember? Are you sure? Are you sure about that pick? Everybody thought Andrade was going to knock Aaron, but these girls with skills, man, like she's got trouble with them. Brian said, was the last time Natalya was taken down? Well, I believe Jasmine took her down, and she reversed it, but I haven't really seen her put down. G Frank said, if Aaron beats Rose and they can keep her busy with an easy fight. If Aaron beats Rose, they can keep her. Let me put that right here, man. G Frank trying to be funny. He said, if Aaron beats Rose, then they can keep her busy with an easy fight against Natalya Silva. Man, you trying to crush all her dreams right there, man. I like Aaron, man, but dang, you trying to crush her dreams, man. An easy fight against Natalya Silva, she going back in line, man. Sergio said, Natalya's better, yeah. Yeah, BJ, Natalya isn't Aaron. Natalya is not Aaron. And her defense is better. Her defense, she takes less punches. She takes less punches and she stays on the feet. So it's all a matter of can Andrade catch up to her? I want to see that fight, Blood Thermal. Andrade versus Rose at 125. Who wins? I want to see it, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I need to see it. I've been calling for that one, man. I said they needed to do that for UFC 300, man. You got some people saying, "Oh, that fight don't need to happen." I'm like, shut up. Yeah, it do. I'm like, yes, it does, man. Like that's the trilogy that we need. Like that would have been one of the better trilogies in WMA. I mean, one of the only other trilogies in WMA. I mean, what do we have? Just Grasso Shevchenko. That's it. That would have been. That's still a trilogy they can make. Say if Andrade does beat Natalya Silva. She could call for that third fight with Rose if she wants. Or the winner of Rose Aaron, get that fight. You said Aaron Blanchfield would starch Natalya Silva. You think she would starch her? Like knock her out? Or you mean like submit her? You think Aaron would I'm trying to think. Aaron starching Natalya Silva. Aaron who couldn't starch another striker like Manon. Let me see. Natalya a little bit faster and quicker. Aaron, I'm trying to think. Aaron Starch and Manon. That just don't sound. No, Aaron Starch and Natalya. I'm trying to think of that. I don't see that. Maybe she could submit her, and even that would be. Oh. I'm just trying to say, man. Look, Aaron. There's fights that she can win, but there's some fights that I just don't see her winning. Like Starchin, Natalya, you just got to be in there. You got to. I don't see that. I like Aaron a lot too. You know me. Look, I'll put some of y'all in this here on Aaron, like how far I think she could go and how good she is at certain things. But when you talking like this type of striker and mover, I don't see that. Not at all. Submitting, maybe getting her to the ground, maybe like neutralizing her like she did Tyler, but knocking out. Who is Aaron not? Who Aaron knocked out? Dang, yeah, Aaron ain't knocked anybody out. She just submitted. She submitted JJ. She submitted Molly McCann. Out grappled Miranda Maverick. Beat Sarah Alpar. Yeah, she ain't knocked nobody out. Yeah, she ain't knocked. Victoria Leonardo, with a head kick, but yeah, that's about it. Rose versus Tisha 3. Oh, Paul. I don't want to see that. I thought Tisha won both of those. Marino versus Elbazi is a main event. Yeah, it is. It is. Some people were saying it should be on his card this Saturday, but maybe Marino couldn't fight. G Frame said Aaron will have Silva choking on her mouth. Aaron will have Silva choking on her mouthpiece, fighting off an arm triangle. That's realistic. That's more so realistic. I mean, Aaron could choke out Silva, but I don't see her like clubbing her, like knocking her out. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Silva in this fight, man. I think Silva's got the skills. I think Silva's gonna do it. And honestly, if she does, I don't even see it as a knockout win. Like I think that Natalia has enough skills to get this all the way to the end, like to the decision if need be. I think she can stay one step ahead. Maybe 29, 28, 30, 27. I could see it for Natalia Silva in this one. Because honestly, if it's going to be a knockout, Natalia's going to have good range here and set up the head kick. She's got to set up the head kick perfect. You know, it's got to be on point. You know, catch Andrade coming in, boom, turn her lights off. You know, don't let her get a hold of her though, man. You know, Andrade is strong. She doesn't really have the same power at 120, 125, like the power that's really pronounced at 115, but her strength is there. You know, her strength is there. Like when she throws, she has some hard kicks. And, you know, when she grabs you, you know, she is really strong, I think. And I think Andrade's punch resistance and strike resistance is a little bit better at this weight. So I think that, I think that Andrade is durable. I think she's a little bit durable, but power's not as pronounced. She hit Lauren Murphy with a bunch of shots, a gang of shots in that fight, and then knock her out. You know, dang man, that Mackenzie Dern fight though, bro. McKenzie. All right, yeah, I don't see Natalia Silva walking into anything like this though, man, because she stays on the back foot, and that's wise. Like, see, McKenzie, the difference between the two here is, you know, Mackenzie Dern is doing half the work. Andrade don't have to throw as hard when you got an opponent just giving you the chin and walking right into it. But you know, Andrade most of the time is swinging like crazy. So if she putting 150 behind it, and you putting the other 50, you getting hit with 200% of power. Gabby said Manon versus Silva, who wins? I'll go with I would go with Manon in that one. Probably be a decision. Be kind of hard to pick, but yeah, I would say Manon. Everybody say, yeah, I don't see it happening either. Aaron can submit her, and even that, I'm not entirely sure. Right. Like that would be her best bet, like a submission or, you know, clinch control, wear down, something like that. But it'd be really hard to do that. Paul said how you getting the W for his sister. Yeah. She better. She better, man. She better do that work. Close. The only thing that worries me about Natalia, she likes to fight with her back against the cage, so she better keep circling. Yeah, that's the problem right there too. Yeah. When she's backing up, you know, her back gets she will circle around, like she'll do circles like with her back to the cage, and you can't do that with Andrade. Andrade gonna wake up at that moment, and you can't pivot out quick enough when Andrade is, you know, getting low and she comes up with that right hand, you know. So she's gonna have to keep this thing in the center, you know. And even Aaron kept it in the center for the most part. So I hope that's a big part of their game plan, is to stay in the center and just circle and pick her apart there, but don't do them big circles around the cage, because when her back gets to the cage, you know, that's where Andrade can grab you, and you know, hey, it could be a wrap there, you know. Sergio said, I thought Dern was going to do well in that fight before she got knocked down in the first round. Yeah, I did too, man. But man, you know, she went right back to them old ways. She went right back to those old ways. Everybody says Silva would make Aaron look like a toddler in terms of striking. Aaron might overestimate her striking because she went toe to toe with Manon, who never does combos. Natalia won't play with her like that. Yeah, you get hit with like a good 2 or 3 piece from that explosion from that taekwondo style. That'll put you in respect mode quick, make you rethink some things. BJ said that reason alone is why I said Jessica by KO. James said 30-27 twice or 3 times. Oh, you talking to Colostrum? Most people even higher on Kareem. That's why I expect more out of her too. I think some people are higher on Kareem Silva because of the fact that she's kind of more so well-rounded, not just striker oriented. That's why. Yeah, I think a lot of people are more tied to Kareem Silva a little bit. She's more about the ground, and she's getting better with her striking. There's kind of a well-roundedness there. Everybody said, however, I think Manon might be too strong for Natalia Silva's best chance against Fiora. It might be BJJ. I don't even know if like her BJJ might be like, because I'm watching Manon and them. They're working. They're working on everything, grappling and all of that. Josh said after watching Wayne Tong KO that girl, she's the new sheriff in town. Not yet. Not yet. She's got eyes on her. She's got eyes on her, definitely. Sturgis, I think Natalia could have success with kicks against Manon if they fought. Yeah, kicks, yeah. I think so. Probably kicks, but yeah, I wouldn't even really think like BJJ. But more so like kicks. If you get that time, if they get the timing down. Yeah, look at this shot, man. Mackenzie Dern, man. What is Mackenzie Dern doing here, man? Look at this. What is she doing, man? Leading with her face like this all the time. I hope they stop this, man. I hope they put an end to that. But yeah, man. Some of y'all just came in. We were talking about some of the WMMA KOs. There's been a lot of them this year. There's been a lot of head kicks and right hand knockouts and girls just getting laid out. There was one on a Saturday night that was on what card was that? The same night as the Wang Tong card. Was that girl's name Victoria or something like that? Let me see. Hold on. Victoria Chica Toro. I think she's from like Czech Republic or something like that. She scored a crazy head kick knockout. Yeah, the KSW. There was a KSW card about a week or two ago. And there was a crazy head kick knockout in that one, man. Dang, I just watched it. That was crazy. So yeah, there's been a lot of crazy knockouts, man. So these girls are getting better out here. These girls are getting better. They're looking at the science behind how to throw punches. They're looking at the science behind how to set these kicks up. Girls coming in with feints now. So expect us to see, expect there to be more knockouts. We're gonna get more of that. We should be getting more of that, I think. And of course, when you get higher and higher, it's harder for knockouts to come in. Knockouts won't be as hard because everybody's getting better. When you get to a higher rank, defense gets better, and so on, which is understandable. Oh, Whaley and Mackenzie Dern. No, she ain't ready for that, man. Mackenzie got a lot of work to do. She already got a lot of work to do, and she already knows she got a lot of work to do, man. Yeah, as long as some of these girls keep coming in thinking they can take punches, there's gonna be some more knockouts like this. There's ever gonna be some more knockouts. Sergio said Whaley is on the decline. Yeah, a lot of fighters on decline when you get to a certain level. Hard training. There was a point where Amanda was on the decline. even when she was still reigning, But I think it just comes down to switching up game plans and how they fight. Everything is a little bit different. So yeah, I thought like Amanda going back to some of her featherweight fights, I thought Amanda was on the decline even back then, but she was making up for it with just other skill sets, like her grappling and stuff, and how she was pacing herself. So I think Wei Lee, man, I think Wei Lee, same deal with Wei Lee. She might be on the decline, but she can evolve enough to hang on to her belt. I think she still has enough in her to uh, evolve. Don't go as crazy and keep them hands up maybe and stop getting into wars. I think she can still keep that belt, maybe a couple more defenses. Yeah, I want to see that fight, man. Let Wang Tong bang with Montana. I want to see that fight. I want to see that, man. Because let's say even if Wang Tong kind of rock Montana, Montana might turn in, you just take her down and turn into a wrestler, man, like she did when she fought Lipsky. So that's the next level we need to see her in there with. Like, I don't want to see Wang Tong jump all the way in there and fight a ranked fighter. And then when she fight a ranked fighter and she get knocked out, everybody gonna start calling her overrated. It's like, well, I told you so. I was like, let the world girl put in some work like everybody else did. Like I definitely want to see some new heads up in this game, but she still got to go through the process, man. Be just said turned into a wrestler. She is of course she's a wrestler. I mean, she stopped banging that night, didn't she? We know we know Montana game a wrestler, but she liked to bang all the time, right? But whenever Lipsky rocked her tail, she turned right back into a wrestler. She thought she could bang with her. Same deal with Wang Tong. Wang Tong rock her, she better turn back into that wrestler. Suarez mentioned fight news coming soon. Let's see, is it gonna be Wei Lee? That's what it's gotta be. Yeah, because Montana, yeah, she may be a wrestler, but she been trying to bang lately. But she gonna resort back to that wrestling when she get chin checked. Oh snap! Hold on. Yeah. The fight card starts at 4 tomorrow, y'all. So I thought it was gonna be a late card, so I'm gonna be on, trying to catch the card. Try to catch this card 4 p.m. And the card next week is only like 10 fights, man. So that's good. It's a pay-per-view card with only 10 fights. It ain't gonna be all late. Uh, let me see. Gilbert Burns, Sean Brady. Uh, hold on. So we got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12 fights on this card. The main card starts at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And UFC 306 is like, 10 fights. That's good, man. I'm glad we got a short card. Let's see, 5 on the prelims and 5 on the main next week. As long as the matchups are good, that's all I care about. Like if they put at least 10 good matchups or 8 out of 10, that's all we need. Sometimes them cards are like 13, 14 cards. I can't do it, man. Gabby said next week's card will probably have lots of ads. Yeah, they might show full documentaries and stuff. I think the card this week's supposed to have some shorts playing during the thing. Something like that. James said they took some fights off of 306 since they losing money big time on that card. Really? For real? They lost money off this card. Let me see. I don't see anything scheduled, like canceled. But what did they do? Just like take some stuff off before it was even scheduled? I know Canelo's fighting next Saturday too, right? So you got Canelo fighting next Saturday. How's his card looking? How is Canelo Berlanga? Who else is on that card? Is it even going to be like worthy of going up against the UFC card now? Because the UFC card's got some good fights. 2,500 tickets didn't get sold. Shoot, I imagine, man, if the price is so high, they spent 20 million on that card and won that card until now. Dang. Might be the matchups too, man. Like maybe they should have loaded up with some more like real matchups that people want. Or was the ticket prices too dang high? 2,500. Dang, man. Let me see. I was trying to see what was canceled or what was taken off the card. See, shoot, they should have went on and put Whaley and Suarez on this card too, man. Maybe should have put that Marino fight up there. He said the tickets were astronomically high. Yeah, that's that's the word I had got when I heard about like even like even like tickets that up in nosebleed, considered nosebleed. I heard them things were pretty high. And we ain't even talking like so ring, cage side and all of that, man. Yeah. I heard it. See, I heard that the cheapest tickets were like in the thousands still, which that's not too far off, 700. But yeah, the word I got was like the cheapest ticket was like 1,200 or something. When I heard that, I was like, yeah, right. Must just suppose we have a bunch of rich people. Even your rich people ain't even buy the mother 2,500 tickets, man. But I know what is that guy, James Turkey, the guy, the Saudi guy, Turkey. He's trying to get pay-per-views and boxing down to $20 again. And if he does that, he gonna steal the market. Shoot, he got my vote. Then if Turkey's able to get boxing pay-per-views down to $20, he gonna kill the UFC, man. He gonna kill them. And shoot, he gonna have me right back into boxing, buying these pay-per-views. $20 a pay-per-view. Shoot, that's like almost what early 90s prices. Yeah, Dana White said 15. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, Dana White said 1,500 was the cheap. I knew it was around there. It was $1,500 or something like that. 1,200, some crap like that. Which means you don't want the average fan up in there. Like you don't want your average fans up in there tonight. Trying to get everybody to pay half their rent and their debt up in there. Forget that crap. We're gonna find somewhere else to watch. Like I like fights, but shoot. I'll pick a fight out in the parking lot before I pay $1,200 for that. I'll put on a fight for y'all. I go outside a wing zone and start a fight. Forget your $1,200. We're gonna have a fight right here. Yeah, Turkey. Yeah. James Turkey, man. He ain't playing, man. He said we doing $20. And he was like, Canelo, you can go on with your mess, but hey, we doing this our way. $20 a pay-per-view. That's what it gotta be. Oh, BKFC started. Shoot. Maybe check this out pretty soon. Oh yeah. Let's talk a little bit about it. Y'all over here talking about Irene Aldana and Norma Dumont. Air might say he's looking forward to that fight. Let's see. BJ said, Sergio said Irene Aldana better get Norma fighting. BJ said Norma about to beat up Irene, y'all. Norma will probably wrestle Irene. Aldana's KO and Norma. This is going to be a fight where I think Number one, man, I think Norma Dumont, she understands, like, Norma been talking a lot of mess too, man, and I'm hoping that her mess talk is backing up what she's coming to do. And I think it is, man, a little bit. Part of me thinks, Norma's coming in with a mind state to win. Like, Norma's kind of been on a little bit of a mean streak lately where, she's coming to, you know, secure victories, but she getting respect too with it. The way she came for what is her name? Not Chelsea, not the Chelsea Chandler fight, but a GDR. The GDR fight too. She wasn't gonna go in there and bang with her. She was gonna go in there and do what she had to do. So somebody like Irene Aldana, who's been around for years, she better be ready for that. But at the same time, Irene Aldana, she play around sometimes, man. Like, she kind of let rounds go. Uh, if that power ain't landing like it's supposed to, I don't see her make certain adjustments. She's staying in that one mode, because that Carol Rosa fight to me could have been easier, but she kind of made it harder. Like, she never adjusted to them leg kicks. She kept taking punches. She was giving punches, but like, she's the better boxer, but she would not like adjust to Carol Rosa's style or take away Carol Rosa's leg kick. So Norma Dumont sees that. Norma Dumont might have some success on the feet, but even then, Norman said, "Hey, I'm gonna go to the ground." Macy Chiasson did it, right? Like, Macy Chiasson, she would take Irene Aldana down. So to me, I don't know, man. I think that Norma Dumont's got more than enough to go in there and make this a rough fight and possibly win. Just as an early look. I think it was Paul said he wanted to hear my thoughts. I might do a video on it. But Irene Aldana, she's been in the game for a minute now. Irene Aldana, she's been fighting for, I want to say, over a decade. Her professional career is over a decade. So she's got a lot of wear and tear. Norma's in a different mind state now. She's trying to go for this belt. Norma been talking that trash though, man. She's been talking about Rocky, Juliana. She just don't care right now. But yeah, right now she got to get by this test. Irene is coming to bang, and Norma got to be ready for that. She got to watch out for that right hand. Could she get dropped? Of course. She got to watch out for that left hook. Irene Aldana coming to put on a performance for this, Mexican Independence Day. So she can, go in there and try to make a big statement for a knockout. But that could be where Norma, she needs to go in there and capitalize. If she's coming to bang, take her down. James said, what was she saying about Rocky and Pena? Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. Let's see. Norma Dumont, Pena. Okay, this was last week, actually. Yeah. Let me see. Okay, so I might have read it to some of y'all, but yeah, I'll let you see it because I had the article right here. Norma Dumont said that Pena getting the title shot was a slap in the face. She said Juliana Pena hasn't really won any fights in a long time. And she just beat Amanda on the day that Amanda wasn't Amanda. And she wasn't there. And then on the other fight, she got a full beating. She said she got 3 nights of beatings worth in one night. She said that was the real Juliana Pena right there. She comes back after 2.5 years, running away from any fight offered to her to be given a gift and fighting for the belt. So yeah, it's not good. It's a slap in the face. She said, I think Rocky beats Juliana Pena, but I think Juliana is just that bad because she got submitted by GDR. She said it's weird to say Rocky's gonna win something, but I think Rocky wins this fight. So yeah, she was saying she basically saying even Rocky, like, it's hard to say Rocky wins a fight, but hey, Rocky beats her just off of that, off of technicality. Colstrom says she's right. Pena doesn't deserve the title shot. 2 years off now, you really don't. 2.5. I mean, it would do you some good to fight somebody else. It really would. James said he don't agree with that. He said, Amanda Nunes mentally quit, and she took her out in 8 minutes. Yeah. I mean, look, it's mental preparation and it's physical preparation. If you check out, just like when Lennox Lewis, he got knocked out by Rahasim Rahman, he beat him in the rematch, no doubt, but there's no excuses. There's no excuse. He got knocked out in the first fight by Hasim Rahman. I ain't making no excuses. You didn't come in mentally prepared because you was filming a movie or something. Was he filming a movie at that time? He was in them Ocean's 11 or whatever movie them things were, or was that during the Klitschko? I don't know. But anyways, if you get knocked out that night because your mind is somewhere else, then that's how it is. I mean, you come back and win in the second fight, okay, it's fine. Josh said she got choked out by GDR, a kickboxer. Yeah, I picked GDR to beat Pena in that fight, but I thought it was gonna be knockout. I did not see her getting choked out by a kickboxer. That was GDR's first submission. GDR got her first submission off on her. Oh, Paul said, "Kama, watch that open workout from MMA Junkie. Grasso, Aldana, and Diego hitting the pads this week." Okay, let me see. Let me pull it up here, and I'll save it to the side. MMA Junkie, Grasso, and Aldana. Okay, I see it. I'm gonna watch that later. Brian said Pena didn't have a win over any fighter in the division. Yeah, Norma just going in, man. She just going in. She said, "Y'all." She's like, "Look, y'all are not." She just telling. She said, "Y'all ain't that good. Rocky, you ain't that good." She's saying all of that trash. Which says, Rocky worked her way up there. Rocky got her victory. Rocky won a lot of fights. So I don't know what she talking about with Rocky. Rocky's legit. Rocky been in the game for a minute. So Rocky got more bantamweight fights than Norma. So, she can't really talk about Rocky like that. Paul said also lots of new drama in the latest Grasso and Val interviews. I know BJ knows. Oh, them 2 interviews. Yeah, I watched those interviews. I'll probably do a little talk about it. But if you want to hear what I have to say now a little bit, just off top, let me see. I mean, to a certain extent, I do agree with Grasso as far as how she put it, but I still think there are bad judges out there. I still think there are bad judges. Because I still think Valentina won the second fight, but I'm not really in a hissy fit or argument mode about it. Like, I can watch it again and tell you where she won, but at the same time, I can tell you like why she was going to lose it. Because you still have to convince the judges. Like, nobody's saying you got to go in there and get beat up or like put on an action-packed fight. But to me, I think you still have all the time, but you still have to do some things to make it fight convincing. Like, let me see. This is what she said. This is just part of it. Grasso says she has a style where she waits too much. Hold on, let me pull it up. 1 second. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay. She has a style where she waits too much. She's just going back and back and back. I don't think that's a good idea. If you want to get your belt back, I don't think that's the way to do it. Yeah, I think the wording, how she means is, you got to come forward and you got to put pressure on. You got to fight to convince. You got to fight to convince the judges. And I hope that's what Valentina plans on doing more of. Keeping that aggression on. Don't give Grasso any moments. Take away Grasso's best weapons. And use her wrestling and grappling. Don't resort to stupid things that give up her back. No spin kicks, no spinning back fists in this type of fight. Just the fundamentals. No judo head tosses. just clear takedowns that she's able to do. She's able to take Grasso down on those. Um, but I thought she did enough of that in the first fight. Honestly, like she had a rough she had a rough second round with, I think, that second round was rough. That fourth round kind of turned into a fifth round kind of turned rough for Valentina, but you see it. I hope they're watching those tapes. They say, okay, this is where we made mistakes. Like, I know Valentina responded and said something like, they don't have much to change, and it was just the judges. There were moments, there were hiccups in this fight. There were hiccups in this fight that gave Grasso the advantage, just like in the first fight. Like when she went for that head toss, she shouldn't have done that, because if Grasso ends the round strong, where do you think it's going to go? They're going to let the champ keep it. So there's just little moves like that I think even as fighters don't always see, but people who watch fights and they know how these judges are from the outside looking in, you're going to see more. That's why I say, like, even the corner is important. Corner, they have to be on the game and they have to be honest with fighters. They got to be honest with fighters and tell them, hey, you lost that round, or you behind, or you need to stop doing this. Stop doing this stupid stuff in there, man. You giving up rounds, like you ain't home right now. They not favoring you. You got to have a corner that's going to be honest with you like that. I was watching the fight the other day, man. I can't remember who it was, but the corner was telling the girl that she was doing okay. She was telling her, yo, you doing good or whatever. And DC and them, they was like, what is he telling her? They was basically saying, like, oh, he giving her wrong advice. They basically said, hey, this dude, that corner, he giving her wrong advice right now. Or they're basically saying, he don't need to be in that corner, So same thing goes with these fighters, like for Valentina. I'm hoping that her team, when they see the little things that she's doing in there, maybe even like the waiting, the the head toss, just little things like that. They're kind of going back and telling her this is what needs to be changed. Like, we're fighting the judges too. We're fighting 4 people here. It's not just Grasso here. So we got to stay in this fight. No backseat. When Grasso does get off and where the judges think that's better, then no, we got to come back with something even more convincing. Grasso really saying her style is tough. Please stop moving, standing for me so I can hit you clean over and over. Yeah. Aspen versus Yana. You gotta get your fighter going. Yeah. Yana Aspen. Yeah, I remember that fight. But that's just a part of the game. I'm hoping that Valentina, they taking the right approach here. I'm hoping that they see that there's some changes that need to be made. So that they're not. Maybe she's just saying that because she thinks that Grasso's team could be listening. We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna do my favorite Grasso fights too. My top 5. I didn't do that one yet. I did the Valentina one. But yes, of course, it's Grasso champion. I'm doing it for both of them. But I was looking at 5 fights of Grasso that are my favorites. Just watching fights of both of them the other day. And yeah, I'll post that up in a little bit. Maybe not today or tomorrow. We'll see. Everybody said, on one hand, I like to see Valentina get humble because her ego can be a lot. On the other hand, she's a beast, and I want her to shut the haters up. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think the first fight, deep down, we kind of had to humble her. The second fight, also, so I think this next time around, you're gonna see a much more different one, different Grasso here. Excuse me, different Valentina. For her sake, you got to. Josh said we all age. Valentina starting to show signs of wearing. Yeah, she's been in the game a minute, man. She's got a lot of years in the game. think she should retire right now. She has nothing to prove. I think she's still good for this fight. Maybe one more, two. But yeah, I don't think like she has anything like to prove anymore. This is just kind of like a second coming again. And usually they don't go well. So yeah, if it comes out where she's not looking good and she's almost neutralized in there and doesn't look like the same Valentina, doesn't even show any signs of any type of threat to Grasso, then yeah, it might be time to go. But if she can win this belt back convincingly, we'll see. You said I don't think she'll end up like Tony Ferguson. Like she's on her game like that. Like that's why she fights the way she fights. Like Tony Ferguson and Valentina, like night and day when it comes to like their approach to fighting. Like Valentina, she's always said like she don't want to wind up with brain damage and like these other fighters, but that just go in fighting like the way they do. Girls that you got to watch out for, like Mackenzie Dern. She like to come straight in and get hit in the face. Casey O'Neill, you got to watch out for girls like that. Say I like to get hit. So Mackenzie Dern, Casey O'Neill, them girls like that like to take a lot of punishment. They're the ones that like to walk with that warrior's heart. But Valentina, she's already said that she's trying to get out at the right time. So she'll retire before she lets anything like that happen. So. Because also said we got to see Val versus Manon. Yeah, that's like probably the one other fight that I'd like to see at this point. Paul said Valentina was smoke Tony Ferguson. Right. Two different types of fighters. Some age gracefully, and some they show that wear and tear because of all the wars. Thankfully Valentina didn't take too much punishment throughout her career. Like if anything, her wear and tear just comes from the training part, but not really like taking beatings, them beatings they'd be taking in there, that ages the brain by like 20, 30 years. He'd be 40 years old with a 70-year-old brain, Yeah, I do want to see that though. Val versus Manon, I do want to see that. I'm gonna be selfish and say I want to see her go out with that fight. Non-title fight or preferably title fight, yeah. But yeah, on that note, y'all, I'm about to get up off of here now. Good chat. We'll see tomorrow afternoon. That card starts at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So I do want to jump on and check out that Amorim and Demopolous fight, which is like what the third fight on the card. Andrade and Silva is a co-main event, which means it'll be starting later. I might not be on for that one though, because I gotta go out tomorrow. So we'll see how that works out. Aaron Mike said, I want to see Wang Tong humble Valentina beat you if she eventually loses to her. Pieta, Izzy style. Yeah, I don't even think those are in the same category, honestly. Like Pieta, Izzy, it won't happen because Wang Tong beat her by decision. Like I don't even think she's like somebody on Valentina's radar like that. Like she beat Valentina almost a decade ago by decision. I don't think it's something like that type of scary hype build up where Izzy, he was on an oxygen tank up in there. Very, very scary for him. But yeah, Josh said night. Yeah, see you later, everybody. Good night. I'll catch y'all in the next tomorrow. Make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. And on that note, I'm about to go cook me up something real quick. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.